Acids, like hydrochloric acid for instance, have the ability to liberate H+ ions, or protons, in an aqueous solution. The result is that the pH of that solution is decreased. When an acid gets ionized, the result is an H+ ion and a negative ion, called the conjugate base of the acid. Then, this negative ion can make an ionic bond with a proton, forming the original acid again. For instance, the conjugate base of hydrochloric acid is the chloride ion. In another example, the conjugate base of sulphuric acid is the hydrogen sulfate ion. An acid can be defined as a substance capable of releasing protons in a solution. A base, on the other hand, can take and make ionic bonds with free protons, so it is a proton acceptor. When an acid is ionized, a proton and a conjugate base remain. In turn, this base is free to bind with protons in the solution. The pairs hydrochloric acid, chloride ion, and sulfuric acid, hydrogen sulfate ion, are examples of conjugate acid-base pairs. Since the hydrogen sulfate ion can be further ionized into a proton and a sulfite ion, it is also an acid. Both hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid are called strong acids, because in an aqueous solution, the ionization of these acids is complete, namely, 100% of the acid releases its proton and becomes a conjugate base. This is not the case of weak acids, where only a small percentage of the dissolved acid releases the proton. The hydrogen sulfate ion is an example of a weak acid. Weak acids are very important in biochemistry, since a lot of organic molecules act as weak acids. Also, the efficiency of many biological functions and the structure of some biomolecules rely on the pH of the medium, which is maintained by the presence of these weak acids and their conjugate bases. Some examples of relevant conjugate acid-base pairs in biochemistry are the acetic acid, acetate ion, glutamic acid and glutamate, or carbonic acid and bicarbonate ion.